Well, the last Xbox game I played, it's here, and it promised easy to play bone crunching arcade gameplay. Now I don't know about the bone crunching part, but I'm expecting easy to play arcade gameplay from the Atari Anthology. So let's put this in and hit record and expect some old games. 85 of them. Wow. It's just got to be an emulator on a disc. Woohoo! Yay. So yes, as I've stated in a previous video, I've never really had any Atari experience. The only real Atari console I want to pick up is the Jaguar, to be honest, just to see how shit it is. So what have I heard of? Heard of all these really. Let's start off with an easy one. Pong, yay! So this is the sort of game that I would have played on a Spectrum, because I had a ZX Spectrum back in the day. This game was just, it was just copied to death and was on everything. But really this needs to be played with a kind of dial controller, with a rotary controller. Yeah, it's quite hard actually, somehow. It's not really a game to play against the computer. The control doesn't seem great, to be honest, without that control of a rotary system. So yes, that's Pong, and I suck at it. So we're going to quit the game. I'm going to go back. Looks like there's some options there for Pong, but we're going to leave it. Play Super Breakout. We all know Breakout. Smashing bricks with balls. Sounds like some kind of fucking porn fetish. But we're going to start and we're going to fail. There's the ball. Ah, you fucker! Let's start. So this game, so far Pong and Breakout don't work with this controller. I don't know whether it's the way that... No, I think it's the actual game itself. It's just not... My foot can't start it now. Just doesn't work. There's too much travel. Every time you press it, the D-pad like once, and there's no real accuracy from the... it doesn't shoot across, but then you have to... it's just fucking... yeah, that's shit. You can't fucking play these slidey ball and bat games, let's call them, on this. It's fucking rubbish. Let's go out of here actually. Games. Combat. Sounds like it could be exciting, but I doubt it. So these are 2600 games, these ones. So if you had a 2600, you'll probably like some of these things, games. What? Oh. So I'm assuming that you can only play this like 2-player, hence why the other tank isn't moving. So kind of a pointless game to be playing. don't think that the menu is very good for navigating. I know the way that you press up and down and it's got things on the left, things on the right. It's like, why aren't there just a fucking list? Submarine Commander. Try this. So spinning around, looking for stuff to sink basically. So yes, it's not, playing this isn't making me think, oh, I wish I'd have had a Atari 2600 back in the day, to be honest. But if you had one, then you probably had a lot of fun with these games and you'd know how to play them, unlike me. So that's Submarine Commander. We'll get out of the action genre. Space games. Racing games. What is the Night Driver, Slot Racers, Sprint Master, Street Racer. That sounds cool, don't it is? What the fuck? What? Should be called fucking Dumbbell Racer. Another 2-player only game, I'm guessing. So, yes. I'll try one more game, one more racing game. Let's try Slot Racers. There was a bird outside the window then. It was fucking scared shit out of me. What the fuck? This looks like it's another 2-player game where you do what? Race to the fucking... God. You'd think it'd fucking tell you to fucking... that it was 2-player only when you're selecting the fucking thing. You know what I mean? What's the fucking crack with that? It's fucking poor. There's no like attempt to just making this game accessible to anyone who didn't have an Atari 2600 back in the day. This is single player, Twitchy controls, fucking... It doesn't translate. I'm not sure whether the 2600 was the one with the rotary controller. Or it was more with a little joystick, or both, or what. But these games don't control at all with the Xbox controller. It's horrendous. So that's Atari Anthology. You might get on with it a bit more if you used to own an Atari 2600. It's got 85 games, which consists of 67 Atari 2600 games, including Gravatar, Millipede, Super Breakout, Video Pinball, Yars Revenge and Warlords, if they mean anything to you. And it's got 18 classic arcade games, including Asteroids, Battlezone, Centipede, Missile Command and Tempest. But unfortunately it's just not for me. There's no nostalgia there for me.